extraordinary.
What is?
That we've been talking this long, and this is the first mention of sex.
Your definition is too narrow. I apply the term sexual to all interactions that bring pleasurable feelings, genital contact, an infant sucking at its mother's breast, the delight of a 4-year-old girl sitting on her father's knee. Sexuality is the font of all happiness.
There is much more to happiness than that. Sex is only one of many God-given pleasures, and not the most lasting.
Oh, extraordinary. We have been talking about sex for less than a minute before you brought God into it. Still, despite constant battle with church
To each other.
Ah, the Bible. For a moment I thought you were thinking for yourself. The Bible is a bestiary of sexuality. You selectively quote texts like a priest determined to terrify his congregation. No sex before marriage is not only naive, it's mindless cruelty. Like sending a young man off to perform his first concerto with an orchestra when he's only ever played his piccolo alone in his room. They speak different languages. You believe in revelation. I believe in science, the dictatorship of reason. We have no common ground.
There is also a dictatorship of pride. It builds walls that make common ground impossible. Why is it that religion makes room for science, but science refuses to make room for religion?
How roomy was Galileo's cell when he told the Pope the sun did not move around the earth?
The stupidity.
Psychoanalysis does not profess the arrogance of religion. Thank God.
What did you say?
It's a bad habit. I've tried to break it all my life. Thank God, with God's grace, God help us. I was raised by a devout Roman Catholic nanny who dragged me to church every Sunday. I learned to genuflect, make the sign of the cross, all the obsessional neuroses. She taught me stories of the New Testament. My father, an Orthodox Jew, read the Old Testament aloud. There was no escape.
You disagree?
Well, of course you do. Your faith collapses otherwise. Which of Christ's teachings are even realistic? Love our neighbors as ourselves? It's a foolish impossibility. Turn the other cheek? Should Poland turn the other cheek to Hitler? Should they love their neighbors as German tanks crush their homes? Or maybe they should follow Christ's example and martyr themselves, since the meek will inherit the earth. Of course they will. They'll be buried beneath it. Do you No, nothing.
I know that when the siren sounded, you didn't behave like a man who took comfort that this was his last day. You ran for your gas mask!
As did you! What did you believe in at that moment, huh? God or death? Your faith vanished as quickly as your precious joy, because underneath all your self-protective lies, you know it does not exist.
Where is your joy? Have you ever felt it? Have you found it through anyone, anything in your entire life?
Oh, I found the truth that you can't face, that the end is the end. But you bury your doubts as deeply as you do your memories of the war, because at your core, you are nothing more than a coward!